Hey everybody, it's Momentary Flux. Welcome back to Factorio. We're still on 17.32. In this episode, basically, we're going to continue doing what we were doing, which is work on the logistics system technology, which is over halfway done now, and continue to upgrade our power here. And then once we get to logistics system, we can put together some systems in place, like some universal train unloading and that kind of stuff. So what I'm doing here is I'm continuing, and I'm almost finished building some more steam turbines, which I've been replacing my steam engines with. So let's get to that and see how many. I've got 7 built. I've got 4 boilers. I'm going to need some more boilers. Let's just build a few more. We'll figure out how many we need as we go. The attacks down on the south are continuing. We'll have to deal with that at some point too. So let's cancel. Let's move. I keep moving my science to the end of the line here. In fact, I'm going to need to do it again because I'm going to need some inserters. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do like a bunch. Okay. So a bunch of inserters because I'm going to need them as well. I think I'm going to have to move this steam column up a notch. Because I'm going to try to squeeze in another line here. Oops. So if I put this here. Yeah, this will put these back to back, which will mean that they're sharing the same steam sources, and I'm not sure really how that's going to work if this one's pushing this way and this one's pushing that way. So I think I would just prefer to break this down, since I need to anyway because they're spaced wrong, and move this up one. So let's just do that real quick. Oh, I'm out of room, which is a problem. There we go. I just need to get my science back being built. So I'm just going to move this whole thing up one. And that will give me the room I need. Which means I probably need to move this up too by 1. Or I guess I need an underground here. Okay, let's pull all this stuff up. It's not doing anything anymore. And let's work on this down here. Okay. So the pattern here is 2 boilers, then a space for power pulls, and then 2 boilers in a space. So I've got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like I'm 1 short of having this whole row filled. So let me, what am I missing? I'm missing copper. After I finish setting this up, I'll make 1 more. And we'll get that taken care of. Okay. So I should have some inserters, and I do. And let's get that moved, which means I just need to move this turret up as well. Inventory full again. Okay, well, I can ditch some of this coal for sure and get things started. Go pick this up. Make sure I'm on the right plane here. All right, looks good. Coal's coming in. Could probably dump off more of this coal. I can go dump it down in these boilers just to get rid of it. Okay. Yep, I pulled some out actually on that last one. All right. Looking good. Just need one more steam turbine. Oh, we also need to connect water. I guess that would be a smart move. So this one continues on up there. So we'll just bring it in here. And I'll double check to make sure. Oop, that's too close. I will double check to make sure that we're not using up all the water. Okay, let's go take a look. So well, I guess it is important to add these. Okay, and when I get down to the end here, I'm just looking at the water number on the right hand side of the screen, making sure that's not dropping away to 0 or some low number as the steam builds. It looks good. It looks like there's plenty of water, no problem. I don't need to add any more pumps for this line. I'll double check the other side too. This side should be even better off because it's got a single dedicated line, and that looks fine. Okay, so that science is almost made. Let's go drop off that science. We'll get some more iron and copper, and then I can make that last turbine. Okay, how close are we? 77%. We're getting there. I do need to make some more of those, so let me go grab some more ingredients for that stuff. Do I need any more robot frames? I have 36. Let's grab one stack of those. We'll see how many blue cards we have. Lots of blue cards. Let's grab those. And then let's use up what we have. And then I'll get some more low density structures, which we need a lot of in general. So let's do that. We'll queue up those. So that, hopefully that will be enough. I'm hoping. We'll see. Okay, so the other thing I want to build was the steam turbine. In fact, let's just grab a bunch more stuff. So I'm low on copper. I've got some iron, but I'm probably going to need more. Let's grab a couple of stacks of iron. Steel, I'm good. So let's just go over here. And I will drop an assembler to make this. Since I'm tired of... so I've got pipes. I need to make some gears, actually. I don't know if you guys ever did the challenge where you can only build like 16 things or whatever it is, and everything else has to be built in assemblers. I did that a long time ago, and it really changed my perspective on on how to play, on how to, especially with the belts and stuff, how to just organize things a little better. I would highly recommend you try to get that achievement. It's a Steam achievement. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but yeah, play a game where you can't make anything, where you can't craft anything in your pocket. It really changes the game quite drastically. It's fun, you know, but I wouldn't do it every time. But it definitely gets you in the right mindset for automation. Right, where'd those gears go? There they are. And pipes. So that ate all of the gears. Crazy. Alright, so there's our final steam turbine. And what is our... we're not seeing our maximum output, but I see our production's way up compared to how it was. We're only using like 10%. Now that said, that's going to go up quite a bit because right now we're really thin on copper. So as copper goes up, more machines are going to be put to use. And not to mention, our robot use is about to drastically go up. So we're going to be making a lot more steam turbines, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So for now, I've got 21 more science, and it's getting very close. I feel a little hamstrung, like I can't do a whole lot until I get this done, because some of my plans really hinge on getting that logistics system in place, getting the robots going. One thing I could do, well, I'm gonna wait on making more roboports until I'm done. I did want to make stack inserters. So these take cards. Like if you look at all of these other inserters, green cards they take, but they don't take red, and these stack inserters take red. So again, it's another thing where I'm kind of waiting for logistics network. So it takes the blue. Blue going there. I can just put that in place for when I do get it. Yeah, that's actually not going to work out very well either. We'll come back to that. Trying to think of what else I can build while we're waiting. Just looking through here, looking through all the possibilities. I mentioned before that I'm kind of avoiding solar on this gameplay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm wondering if having a dedicated gear maker would be worth it. It would be worth it in some cases, I suppose, but not in general. I don't like gears, like these three things here, the copper wire, the iron sticks and gears, which are subcomponents in a lot of things. I like to just make them where the things are made themselves. I don't want to make a big gear manufacturing spot. It's just too hard to make sure that you're getting the right balance. I find it a lot easier just to make them on site. So let's see, what else? I think we're pretty good, actually. I think we're making all the things, other than the stack inserters, which is something I definitely want to make. We're pretty good, and maybe the boxes themselves, but that's another thing to wait on. Let's go drop off our science, and I think we're almost done. Drop those in there. 98%. Well, I'm going to take a drink of coffee while I wait. And we're going to figure out what technology we're going to do next. Also, that's going to be the important bit. All right, any second here. I can feel it. This is like I think this is maybe the most critical technology in the entire tech tree. It's that important. It really frees up so much. All right, and there it is. So what technology are we going to do next? So electronic energy distribution would be great. What does military 3 get us? Shotgun, capsules, and what does it get us beyond that? Ooh, I would love to have artillery. I would love to get that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's see. Combat robotics, tanks. What other high priority tech? Lab research speed would be good. And that might be good just to let some blue build up. So this gets us substations, right? Let's actually do that, and then we'll do the lab research next. Okay. So now we can make provider chests and requester chests. Hallelujah. So let's make a lot. Let's make a lot of those. Okay. So let's head on over to our train station, making sure that nothing's getting destroyed down there. What am I missing from here? Red circuits. Let's start using the logistics system in earnest now. This is going to dump more robots into our system. So right now we have 262. That number is going to go up. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to drop some storage here. All right, the storage is going to be our staging storage. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make... I guess I can cancel all of that science now. I don't need it. I'll put it at the end just to get rid of the materials. Okay. So this is going to put in motion all of our logistics bots. And you can watch that number on the right there moving up as all of the robots that have been built and are sitting in that box are being tossed into the system to compensate for dropping below 100 active logistics bots. And that number will continue to just go up until we run out. With that number, the logistics bots is going to get into the thousands. So we really need to start focusing on those technologies too to get the speed and carrying capacity of these robots up. All right. So now that we've done that, what I need to do is I need to come down here. And I need to make some requester chests. And I need to make some more roboports. If I can get to the right screen here. What am I missing? I'm missing steel and I'm missing circuits. So let's go grab some stuff. That number is still going up. Let's grab that steel. And I should have some red circuits. Those red circuits are on their way to me. And as soon as some of those get to me, I'll be able to make some more roboports and I'll connect this. Here we go. How many does it need? 45? That's quite a lot, actually. Okay, so one of these is in here and one of them's out. These also require red cards. So I'm going to basically integrate any incoming ore into the line with the ore that's being mined here. Get in there. Give him to me. I kind of forgot how slow these robots are. It's incredibly slow. Okay, so let's work on this train here. So the next thing this train wants to do is to go, so it's going to unload, it's going to go to parking, then it's going to go to copper A. When it goes to parking, it's either going to sit for 5 seconds, and it's going to check the circuit condition where copper ore, if copper ore drops below, oops, I meant to put a number there, 4,000, let's say, then it's going to go get more copper ore. Full cargo. Okay, so here's the situation. If I can get this down to, if I can get that to stop on 5. There we go. Okay, so unload. Empty cargo. Change that to and. Okay, so here's the situation. The train comes in to unload. It waits 5 seconds, and the cargo's empty. Then it moves to parking, where 5 seconds pass, and it waits for this condition to be met. Copper ore is less than 4,000 in the logistics network. And if that's met, it leaves, it goes to copper A, it waits, it picks up copper. Okay, so now we have to go down to parking and set that up. So let's get a power pole here. Okay, so this is so we'll change, let's see here. I'm going to have to make some wire, some green wire. Make a bunch of green wire. So that I can give it the circuit condition. So the train right now doesn't know what to do. Because it's not reading any circuit conditions from anywhere, but I'm telling it to. So I have to give it to them. So what I do here is I'm going to link this roboport. It's going to read the logistics network contents. And if I just put down a box here and I hover over the box on the right hand side, you can see what is in the logistics storage system. Okay, so it's going to check that, and it's going to look for a copper ore, and you can see right now there is 797 copper ore. So it's going to transmit that to this station, to this parking station, and it's going to transmit it all along all of these parking stations. So I can set up circuit conditions that that specify how much ore. Like, I want it basically the train to come park here until we're low on ore, and then when we're low on ore, the train's going to go get more. And all of these parking stations are called parking, so they're all, in the eyes of the AI that runs the train, they're all the same. So it will just find the closest parking the closest parking spot and wait. So let's put this into practice. So now that this is emptied out, let's put this on automatic and get it going. I also need to put in a request here and a request here. So this is going to request wood, any wood we have. It's going to go here to either one of these boxes. And it's also going to need some other kind of fuel, because I don't think I have enough wood for everything. Because we're running our trains on wood right now. Okay. What else do we have? We have solid fuel. So let's say we'll request 100. We'll just copy that over. Okay. And I need a roboport. I have a roboport. See if I can beat that train. It doesn't kill me. Let's put another roboport here. Okay, so this roboport is going to take care of this little blinker. And then we have to request copper. I'm doing like 3 things at once. I'm sorry if this, if I'm confusing anyone. I hope I'm not. I'm trying to explain what's going on here. It looks like power might be low. No, we're good. It's just that our mining drills are really low. Okay, so the train comes in, it unloads, it brings things to storage or brings them to where things are being requested. Drops them off. And then the train leaves. Perfect. So we need to do that for iron as well. I'm a little bit leery. But I guess I should just bite the bullet and do it, right? Alright, let's make some more requester chests. Or provider chests, I should say. I'm trying to keep these distances as low as possible, and I also need to keep building more roboports, because there's just not enough to recharge all of these robots right now. I will just continue to build more. And our power technology is almost done too, which is going to help us with our coverage here. Which will be nice. It'll be nice to have those substations. Okay, so let's see here. What am I missing? I'm missing more iron. Yeah, you can see this halo starting to form around. You really want to avoid that. They're just hanging out waiting to recharge. That's a big no-no. If you ever see that, add more roboports until that goes away. Or it mostly goes away. Sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of that happening, but in general, add more. Okay, so let's see. I can make 2 more roboports, but the problem is like I'm doing this little balancing act between power and roboports, because roboports consume a lot of power, and also all this robot activity consumes a lot of power. All right, let's see here. Have I made a roboport? It's building right now. Let's see if I can stuff a couple in there. I'll be replacing some of this power stuff with substations as soon as I can. All right, let's pull up. Let's pull this up. Wait for that iron to get taken away. Let's get some lights in here too, if I can. Oh crap! I thought I was gonna get mowed down. All right, I'm sure I'm picking up robots right now. I'm just trying to undo this conveyor belt system. Let's release anything I picked up back into the wild. And what we need to do is we need to set up another system over here. So how far does this go? Okay, we have coverage. So let's do this straight out from here. We need 2 requester chests and 2 stack inserters. And we need to request iron, 1,000 iron. And we'll do that for both. Okay. So we used up all. We can see that the logistics robots, we're almost at 500 logistics robots, but I'm out. They're basically being made right now, like to order, if you will, because we're using all of them. And that's not going to get any better. There's going to basically be a minimum amount of robots that are being used at all times. And it might get better if we get some speed upgrades and that kind of stuff. So we'll have to look at that. And also if we catch up once we get 4,000 ore in here. I also need to change this, don't I? So I need to put parking in here. Parking. And time passed was 5 seconds. And we need to add the weight condition of circuit condition. Iron ore is less than or equal to. I did it again. I need to make this like 6,000. We need more iron ore than we do copper ore by a little bit. And then let's move parking into this right spot. So unload, park, collect. And that should work. We need to change this to and. So let's compare and contrast this with our other one real quick. So and or. So unload. Let's change the name of this as well to just unload. So either one can be used. This is unload. This is unload. So the AI is going to choose the most convenient one or the one that's not busy. Okay. So and or unload, parking, copper. And or unload, parking, iron. And we have another RoboPort to put down. Make sure everything's got power. Looks good. Sweet. Zoom out and look at this. You could probably walk on top of all of those robots. There are so many. We're going to get the speed up on those. We're going to get their carrying capacity up. And this is going to be much more efficient. But with these Omni unloaders, it's going to allow us to unload materials of any type to any unload spot. So it's going to be superior. All right, electronic energy distribution is done. I did say I want to do lab research speed just so that we can save on... I'm not sure... So it's a more efficient research, which means that lab research is faster, but it doesn't necessarily take less beakers. So I'm wondering, like I'm going through the technologies fast enough that I don't feel like I'm behind, you know what I mean? So I'm wondering if I can leave that off and let's do robot research or robot speed. And then eventually when we feel like we're not getting the research fast enough. Actually, how many is this? 200 versus 50. Yeah, we'll do that one next. Do it next. Get some speed. These things are way too slow. All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there now that we have a complete logistics network. And we're getting getting some of our resources from outside the base. I think this is a good spot to end the episode. And just say thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Take it easy.